So let me try to explain to you the paradox of my dispositions, fluctuating from one extreme to the other. I'm always telling you people, I am a direct reflection of the cosmos. I'm a paradox, I'm a shapeshifter, I'm a cosmic jester. I don't believe in nothing. I know that it's just a game in the mind of God, cosmic consciousness, and so I'm playing that role. And so because I am an enlightened being, then it's my prerogative to do that without taking anything remotely seriously, because I don't believe in it and I know how powerful I am. So when I go through my life, I'm speaking with people all the time, and there's a very old thatched bungalow right next to the church just up my road here, and there's one guy that's been doing most of the work in there, and I popped by and introduced myself to him, and we got on great. And so I pop in 3 times a week and we have a good chat, half an hour sometimes, and we have fun, and we share the interest in this, that and the other, and we're getting along great. And so it's kind of like, well, you're calling people muppets and idiots all over. Generally speaking, yes they are, but of course you can't tar everybody with the same brush. And so I'm always giving people the benefit of the doubt, and all the old fucking sticks around here, they're all stupid, daftest brushes, and so they will slip into the category of muggles and muppets and all the rest of it. But every now and again I do meet someone that you know, is a little bit switched on and insightful. So today I popped into this building, and I saw the gate open, and so I went in, and then it was somebody else. And I said, oh, where's so-and-so? And he said, oh, he will be here later. I said, are you the carpenter then? Because so-and-so told me that there's going to be a carpenter. Yeah, I'm the carpenter. And I'm like, oh wow, so you hanging all these oak doors, because it's all been done with oak and, you know, all the proper stuff. It's been done proper vintage to the year, because it's a listed building. So I started talking about that and how I love that and how I used to do it myself in Bulgaria. And you know, then he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to have this made and have that made. And then they said, is that the tree of life? And I went, yes, it is. He says, are you a pagan? I went, yes, I am. He put out his hand, shake my hand. And he starts talking about Thor, the Nordic, you know, cults, religions, and, you know, whatever ideology, warriors and all that different sorts of thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm with you on that, but me, I'm more of a pirate. And so it's the same philosophy. It's freedom, it's your own rules, it's your own communities with you respect and all that different sorts of stuff. And so on his shirt he had Red Indians, and I went, oh, so you went to that, are you? He went, yeah, you unbuttoned that one and he showed me more Red Indians. He turned around, he got more Red Indians on there. I said, okay, so you're into the old Red Indian, the old way of life, with the land, with freedom, and their own laws and their own culture, and it's all beautiful, it's great. Yeah, well, you know, I'm, you know, very similar in that, you know, I'm very Green Man oriented. Oh yeah, there's a friend of mine says, you're the Green Man, you are this, that and the other. And so we just got into this thing, and it turns out that he's a metal detector. I'm metal detected for 10 years. It turns out that he was a martial artist. I'm martial artist for fucking 10 years. It turns out that he was suffering from post-traumatic stress. I was suffering from post-traumatic stress to some degree, and he talked about all the reasons why and everything like that. We had a great conversation, and we can meet people like that. So I don't discount that there's lots of people that switched on. And then you mentioned you-know-who's, I hate those fuckers, I do, blah blah blah, and then he'll tell reasons why he hates these fuckers and la la la, you-know-who's, sounds like, yeah. And so, the guy I was speaking to before, the main guy, he was like, he don't like this and he don't like that, and he knows these motherfuckers, these politicians and all that, and it's kind of like, yeah, you guys are starting to work in this shit out, And of course there's levels within levels within levels. Now this guy I was speaking to today, he was a self-proclaimed beginner. He says, I'm a fucking beginner. I knew this guy, he was a shaman, and he used to start talking to me about this and that, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm just a beginner. That's too fucking way out there for me. I've got a long way to fucking go. And so he was one of those, he was like, realising what he was without any pretenses, anything like that. And so, okay, so people are down there that need speaking to on a very basic level. And I didn't tell him I've got a YouTube channel and that's not either, because he goes, oh, what's your YouTube channel? I don't want to shock them. But I'm like, well, yeah. Lots of people, they want me to tell it really, really basic. I can't fucking do that, people. I can't regress to, a very, very basic time in my life. About this stuff. That's not my bag, that's not what I'm doing here. I'm conversing with you, I'm displaying what's going on with me on an ongoing basis through my journey. And if you want to know my full journey, then buy the book. And in that book you'll find out where I came from and what I am and all the experiences and why the world, the cosmos has molded me into this thing. And so I can't do anything else but just tell you the way it is at my level. I can't reduce it to anything else. It's not my bag, it's not my interest. I wasn't sent here to do that. I'm just doing this thing. And it's very, very complex because there's all different sorts of things. I have a spiritual connection and I consider that I'm spiritually requested to do this because the cosmos has given me a blessed life. It's given me everything I've ever wanted, and so all it requests in return that I give other people the opportunity with all my wisdom and knowledge. So I do that. But then there's another thing whereby due to my upbringing and my programming at some stage, or my non-programming, all these different machinations that come into play, they've moulded and created certain characters, certain egregores, certain personas, certain spirits and all that. Now I'm a whole conglomerate of all these spirits, and I'm projecting this, that and the other, and I'm doing all this stuff. And it's very, very complex because the cosmos is very, very complex. And when you are self-realized, enlightened being, you know that there's just a whole myriad of spiritual stuff going on here. And you can get in touch with that. And so when you've had lots of supernatural spiritual experiences, when you've had many out-of-body experiences, when you've had fucking hundreds of psychedelic experiences, you've seen so many things. And just to put things in perspective, people, for those of you that haven't ever taken any entheogens, psychedelics, they transform your world. They completely open your consciousness up to things you've never ever even considered before. So, when I was down in the Algarve, a friend of mine came down to stay with me for 5 months. He got his own apartment, so just like in the realm of me. We saw each other every single day. We spent at least 8 hours every single day. And we were very, very close. So he wanted to take some DMT. Prior to taking DMT, I used to try to explain to him what I saw and what I felt. And I'd say, look, what do you see when you see that tree? What I saw was a brilliant, live, fucking energy, mystical, magical, miracle, shimmering, fluorescent green and dancing and all this stuff. I just saw a billion things and I was mesmerised. Everywhere I go, I'm mesmerised by the natural world. And I asked him, what do you see there? He went, oh, a tree, it's green. And I said, okay, let's walk on. Said no more, right? 2 days later, he did DMT for the first time in his life. And it absolutely blew his fucking socks off. He went fucking deep, man. He was hurled through the cosmos like that movie where the guy gets poof on his chest and then he gets tumbling all around the cosmos. That's what he had. He had that experience. And he fucking was shaking on the floor and he went fucking grey and his stomach extended like he was pregnant with fucking quadruplets of fucking something, and I thought, fucking hell's having an heart attack, he's gonna fucking die. And I thought, well, what the fuck can we do? We're miles away from any fucking civilization. And so I looked at his mate, who came over to visit him from France, and we thought, fuck. Anyway, he came out of it, and he jumped up and he hugged and kissed me, and he hugged and kissed him, and he couldn't stop talking. These guys, and then the French guy did the DMT, and fucking hell, he saw me, he said I was the green man. He said I was absolutely green, and I was a part of the tree I was leaning up against. And then he thought, you know, I'm a fucking shaman and all this different sorts of stuff. But then, when I'm walking down the old fucking thoroughfare where myself and this guy Patrick was walking before, and he looked at the trees and he says, I see it now, I see it now. When you said to me the other day, what do you see in that tree? I just saw a fucking tree, I didn't see anything. Now I see cosmos, and oh my god. Yes, people, that's just one DMT trip. Can you imagine what happens when you've got like 300 fucking psychedelic excursions under your belt? You're in a different world, people, you're in a different planet. And those people, there's some people I've spoken to, discount the magnitude of that, and they go, oh, that's cheating, oh, you don't need psychedelic. No, you do. Fucking cheating, what the fuck cheating? Fucking cheating, bullshit. It fucking takes you straight into fucking cosmic God consciousness. Fucking cheating, talking bullshit. Every time you take a psychedelic, you're there. You're in another fucking cosmic dimension. And anyone that's the poo-poo psychedelics is shitting themselves the height of their own ignorance. And they really should just keep very, very quiet about it, because they just show anyone that's took psychedelics what fools they are and how cowardice they are and all the rest of it. Anyway, let's have a look what's going on here. Alrighty then. Wow. Oh boy. All I can say is fucking wow. When's the last time you ate a meal and every mouthful is just wow? Every mouthful, wow, wow, wow. Well, when your body is running very, very efficiently and you are the epitome of what a human being should be, then you live like a primal human being, a hunter and gatherer. You don't have food every day. When you do have food, you're in great appreciation and need of it, and every meal is fucking ecstasy. That's living, people. That's living. And then when you're out and about in the natural world, when you're so tuned in to everything, everything just looks amazing, is amazing. So Mrs. Y, she's stopping me, she's saying, I know you see this, but I see over there, I see the energy, I see the glow, there's something magical, there's something mystical, it's talking to me, this, that and the other. She said, why do we see it and other people don't see it? And she's speculating that we're on some sort of level of the spectrum of autism, because we've got heightened senses. And she hasn't done a great deal, I think a little bit psychedelics, but not a great deal. So we can't really be attributed to that. We've known this all of our lives. She was bad in school, I was bad in school. We weren't interested in that sort of shit. We weren't going to be programmed. We had bigger ideas. And so we see so perceptively, we see so much more. We've got so much gratitude, so much appreciation. We're actual fully fledged, enlightened beings. And there's a vast, vast difference to the mundane automaton in the street, people. And some of you, you're in this realm. You're on this journey. Some of you are desirous to do it. Some of you are just starting to wake up. Some of you are quite awoken, this, that and the other. And so you know what I'm speaking about. And so I have this compulsion to furnish the world, whoever's listening, the Akasha, whatever, with this stuff, my experience of the human being, my experience of being a part of the human race, whatever that means, in whatever fictional level or fucking other crazy fucking dream in the mind of God, whatever it is. I'm seemingly a part of it, but I know I am it. I am the fullness of it all. I am cosmic God consciousness. I'm a self-realized shard of cosmic God consciousness, and when I'm done here, I'm going to go back to source, the same as all other enlightened beings. As to the automatons and this and that, they're just extras in our movie, people. They're just extras. They ain't going nowhere. They never came from anywhere. They ain't going nowhere. They are, like Dolores Cannon says, they're just backdrop people, extras in our movie. Well, we've all got family members and so-called friends, which are them. You know them, don't you? As a enlightened being, you just know the backdrop people. They're all backdrop people. They'll never fucking ever get it. They'll never wake up. They'll never be self-realized human beings. And so, over and out, peeps.